What's up, folks? This is your man Jack Gill Podcast Show, where everything's talked about. And I'm just still ranting about my Dallas Cowboys, and I will be continuing to rant about my Dallas Cowboys until we decide we are going to do something different on this team. We are bringing back Big Mike McCarthy, and I'm riding with the show. Here we go. What's up, folks? This is your man Jack Gill back with you, and the Dallas Cowboys are my subject again today. It just seems as though I just can't get over the loss, as everyone else is, or we're still talking about it. Content creators, we are still coming up with ideas and thinking of different things that we can do to help this team move forward. The one thing that I can't stand now is the in-house fighting that we have going on, and I really truly believe. And well, I had the video, but you guys go check out that chump. Stephen A. Snitch got the audacity to bringing up cowboy news, talking about the Cowboys are self-destructing, doing everything that's in the word. The only thing I got to say about him is I just can't wait because they love what you do, but they can't stand who you are. And Stephen A. Snitch, if you don't understand that quote, good luck. But just getting back on my Cowboys, man, I'm just going to go ahead and ride with Mike McCarthy. I had to think about it, sleep on it and everything else, and just keep rubbing my head and thinking of what is it that we need. And of course, all you fans, you guys know what we need. We need some kind of stability. We need some discipline. We need folks to come in and be some dogs, right? We need a dog at the running back position. We need some dogs on the offensive line. We need some dogs in the linebacker room. We need some dogs on the D tackle positions. We need some dogs in the back end, which I think our back end is probably the only solidified group that we have right now. We need to bring in a number two dog. We need a him to come in along with the other him, CD Lamb. We need that. More is better, and I've been saying this on all my previous lives that we need those dogs. You have to spend the money, and you have to be able to run the football. I just don't understand what was the logic of franchising a Tony Pollard, and we didn't use Tony Pollard like a franchise or a bell cow. Then we as fans thinks that he's not the guy. Well, for you guys that don't look at film, our offensive line wasn't opening up any hole for anybody. The yards that he got, the yards that Rico got, the yards that Hunter Lemke got, the yards that Deuce got, if any, those guys had to scramble to get those yards. And it's the same story that I'm going to keep saying is our offensive line. They protected pretty well for Dak to have the phenomenal year he had and the CD to have the year that he had. They are pass blocking linemen. They are not run blocking linemen. Of course, we know the right side with Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele was still rehabbing. I'm sure he was going through the season rehabbing, still trying to get his strength back on his legs from having the torn ACL. So we just have to have some kind of discipline. All the unnecessary penalties, all the Nutri-Drone infraction, all the holding, all the little unnecessary things, that timely penalties that happen to us in crucial moments, can't get off the field on defensive side. We have to have some kind of discipline. And another thing the Cowboys have to do, they have to take off that country club atmosphere as a football team. And I know there's places that you can go and everything is you have to have on formal wear when you go in. You have to dress casual or whatever it is. But the country club atmosphere doesn't compute to being football teams. There has to be some kind of nastiness in it. Everything doesn't have to be spotless. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys remind me of, spotless. Everything is business. Which it is a business, but everything is more of a business, like it's no fun. You guys been back in the day when they used to have the fun bunch for the Washington Commanders, which they were the Redskins at the time, how those guys would celebrate when they got a first down or touchdown or whatever it was, especially when they got a touchdown, how they used to go in there and have fun in the end zone. The fun bunch. It just seems like everything is so businesslike with the Cowboys. Then you have the family members that are interfering and responding to stuff on these social media sites that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. They're not even on the field playing. Yeah, they probably got their son, their brother, their cousin, their nephew, or whatever it is playing. But what did your son, your cousin, your brother, your nephew do to help this team win? So you can't single out a personal person and criticize. Now, we as fans, we can critique, we can criticize, we can talk about, but we have to do it respectfully. It has to be respect. Because you got to remember at the end of the day, those are human beings. Those are young men that has family, friends, goes to someone's church, I guess. But you can't disrespect those guys. It's enough of that's going on with the 3 and 4 letter networks that can't stand the Cowboys. Hell, we've been gone 2 weeks now, and they still talking about the Cowboys. That logo is still on their show, right? The star. It's amazing to me how a franchise that's not even in the playoff hasn't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years. And you still are talking about it. For what? The betterment? Are you poking? You making fun or what? Then Stephen A. Smith got the audacity to go on his podcast and talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the inner house fighting with family members. What that tell you about that guy? They love what you do, but can't stand who you are, Stephen A. Snitch. Just letting you know. But that's either here and there. Enough talking about him. But the Dallas Cowboys have to go into the office of the Joneses and put their foot down. Coaching staff, you have to put your foot down. That culture has to change. Won't he just stay out of it? Let the coaches coach. Let the scouting department do their job. Let these guys bring in who they need to bring in. You don't need to have any say-so in it. Why? Why are you putting your handprint on all 53 players, and I forget how many is on practice squad, another 12? You are all over it. And I understand it is your team, it is your organization, it is your billion-dollar project that you built. But you need to stay out of it. Let these guys do their job. We are not going to win anything as long as we are relying on the Cowboys to do the right thing, which is when there is an opportunity to go grab a second round pick as a running back. You know that we need. We just got rid of Ezekiel Elliott. We just came off of Tony Pollard with a broken leg, fibula, whatever you call it. How could you expect for him to be 100%? Yeah, he say he is. But why not go and fill that role with a young guy? Rico was okay, but Rico, just like Rico's been for 4 years, he runs hard as hell, but he stays injured. Olympic, he fumbled the ball one time and he don't see the ball no more. You never put Deuce Vaughn in those situations where he can succeed. Just line up his shotgun and hand it to him so he can go up the middle. No scheming aspect of it of all. Mike McCarthy, I'm going to ride with you coming back, and that's just my opinion. But I really, really think that you should have been fired. Because there's no way you as a coach and all the experience and all the years you have that you can get up and say that we was not prepared. We were nervous. We didn't play. We picked a bad day to have a bad game. 3 times in the playoffs. All that regular season stuff doesn't matter. All the accolades, let's push for number 4 to be an MVP. We just throw happy. We're not going to win these games if a quarterback has to throw the ball 45 times. And just knowing the Dallas Cowboys, we know what happens when we do that. No game plan at all. That's unreal. But I'm gonna ride with you, McCarthy. I'm gonna give you another shot at it. But for the fans, guys, we ought to be over our emotionals. After the loss, we all are emotionals. We all say things that we wish we didn't say. We want to bring it back. We tearing up jerseys. We kicking folks out of our homes. We not answering our phone. We disturb at your job. But let's get over it. Let's keep up our support. Some folks even saying I'm not buying any more merchandise. Hell, I got hat, glasses, watch, jerseys, jacket, socks, slippers, Cowboys, cups, mugs, Cowboys. So I'm gonna stay a fan. I've been a fan since 1972, and I keep saying, done seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great. I still complain when it was the great. Super Bowl run, Super Bowl wins, I still complain. But I stuck with them. And I'm going to keep sticking with them. I'm totally disappointed. Long-faced it, mad every time I see a football game and all our pitchers is a star on someone's helmet, run up and down the field scoring touchdowns, getting sacks. Then I had to hit myself on the head and say, oh, damn, that's not the Cowboys. But that's a true fan. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to be here. And I do want to give a shout out to my other Cowboy content curators, Lord Nation, the Boss Cowboy, the OC, Amp, McCoy, Skywalker Steel, Varsity Body, HTM Sports, West Coast, Landlord from Alabama, the Dak Attack, the Angry Cowboy Fan, Sports Junkie, Big Time Show, Big Game James. You guys know you are J Tuck, Cowboy Football Talk. All the ladies out there that does Cowboy content creator. Appreciate you guys for keeping your supporters, your subscribers in tune of what's going on and keep up that good work. Because without you guys, we as fans will be heartbroken all the time. Thank you guys for giving us a little bit of inspiration to go back out and support this team. Kudos. But we have to understand and want to go back and support this team. Make sure we are in the realm of the support. Talk to your friend, your neighbor. Tell them don't give up. We just have to get the Joneses to help for what we do. More is better. Running backs, linebackers, defensive side of the ball, offensive line help, wide receiver help, wherever it takes. And we as content curators are reaching out and telling them that what we need. Are they listening? I'm sure they are. I'm sure some of the players listen to some of the shows, but they probably don't have any say-so in what's going on. But somebody has to get to the Joneses to let them understand what we need. But Mike, Jack Gill, I'm riding with you again. Hopefully everything will change and you become more disciplined and be what we know you can be, and that is a championship coach. Dak Prescott, keep working. Keep working. Outstanding year. We need you to show up when it counts. Think outside the box. Just play football. Just play football. Have your team, your offensive unit as a leader to be prepared to play. Get on them. Jump on them. Let them know what we need to do, what this means. We cannot go out there missing blocks. I need the time to throw this football. I need for you guys to open up holes so these running backs can run the football. That's the kind of leader we need. We don't need a guy staring as though you shocked at what happened. You have to become a leader. Have to. So my whole point of it is coaching, offensively wise and defensively wise. We're probably going to lose a Dan Quinn. But if Dan Quinn was to return back to the Cowboys, we need to all go pick it outside of his office. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Change your scheme. Change your scheme. We need to pick at that. Free Michael Parsons. Free Sam Williams. Sam Williams already does all kind of crazy things. He seems like to me he's a warrior on that field. So you have to live with whatever mistake he makes, but you have to give him the opportunity to make those mistakes. You have to coach him up. He has to be coached up every time he's getting ready to approach that field and play. Coach him up, bend his head. You need to get your ass out of that press box and get on that field, on that sideline, and talk to these guys while they are on the field. You're not doing any damn thing in the press box, jumping and clapping and whatever you're doing. Get on the field, man. See what's going on. But that's enough for me, man. I appreciate everybody. Please like and subscribe and comment on this content. And just want to tell everybody, man, just make sure that no one tells you that you can't succeed, because you first have to love yourself before anyone else can love you. This is your man, Jack Gill, folks. Jack Gill Podcast Show, where everything's talked about. Peace.